Okay. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome to the feedback stream. If any of you guys had it open, I hope I jump scared you a little bit. And yeah, let's get into it. We're doing feedback again this week. I know last week I mentioned something of the sample flip. We're going to do that next week because there's a couple of tweaks I still want to do. Yo, what's up, Dogstray? To the percussion kit that I'm working on, but next week. Look forward to it. I'm excited. Martin Shaw. I'm assuming it's Tin Shaw, but with a slightly new name. Hello. Alright. I guess let's not wait any longer. Let's just get right into it. Oh, starting off with Nari. Vocal is bad. I feel that. Hopefully this isn't whatever. Damn, that's kind of rough. Appreciate it, Dogstreet. Damn, I think this is actually the first cheerleader mix I've heard since the song came out. Very cool. I think he did really quite a good job. Definitely the vocal is suffering. I'm not sure where you got the vocal from, but I would try using BandLab's splitter. If you just Google BandLab stem splitter, you'll find it. And my guess is you'll probably get a decent, like a better vocal out of it than this. This sounds like somebody like kind of messed around with RX and eventually kind of got something that sounds okay. But yeah, stem splitter from BandLab might work better. Don't know for sure. Definitely overall the high-end clarity feels a bit weird. Like it's okay, but it feels like it feels somehow like stuffy, like there's too much like 7K and not enough like 10K and slightly higher frequencies to make it feel fresh. So definitely take a look at your EQ. I would do some referencing, check it up against some like, I don't know, like Mike Williams or some Brook stuff or whatever. Like stuff that is very well EQ'd. You can even take a track by like bass, for example, since I think that's probably closer to the like sound profile that you have in this track, and just see where you might want to make some tweaks in the high end, and so what's going to sound better. Also, another thought is like in the breakdown here, you have like the vocal kind of going which is cool. I like it, but I would say for that section have it panned out really far. So just super wide. That way it's out of the way of all the leads and the chords and stuff. And it'll just make the mix overall sound more impressive. It's not even like a technical mix thing. I just think overall it'll sound more exciting and epic. If you use Ultimate Vocal Remover with like 5 different algorithms, it sounds insanely good. Yeah, probably. I think in this case, like, especially with vocal stemming, you can kind of sculpt out vocals a lot of times. Or if you get like a bad vocal, you just run it through another program or run it through again, and you're gonna, sort of shave away some of the instrumental. Sometimes though, you end up taking out too much, or the program just doesn't know what it's supposed to take out, and so it ends up sounding worse. But you got a good point there. Just run it through multiple times. I also think maybe the sub could be more compressed overall, because it sounds like the sub is okay and probably at a decent volume, but just like getting it a bit thicker and more consistent, I think would add overall. And it'll add volume, like it will make it louder, which is sort of where you want to go. But yeah, sometimes you want something to be like, how you get something louder matters. Like, do you use compression or do you just add more gain? And sometimes, like, I know I've made this mistake so many times where I've like compressed something that didn't need to be compressed, and I just needed to make it louder, and then in the end it sounds worse. So in this case, I would recommend trying to just compress it, see where you end up. Track ID, color coming down. Playing around with guitars? Hell yeah. Guitars are awesome. Oh, what's up, Nick Bin? What's up, kids? I actually don't know when was the last time. Have you actually been in the stream before? I don't know. You make some very sick music, by the way. Okay. Feedback for this. 2 things. Drum related, both of them. So one, I would have percussions earlier. Like, I would have some kind of like shaker, or I mean, shaker is like the weakest example. When it comes out next week, you can use a percussion pack to add some extra little like perks. You can even just use like the pattern of a shaker and then just fill it out with different percussions to get more texture. Have like a sort of consistent pattern. Because you don't need anything complicated here, but it just needs a little bit of extra movement and energy. And then for the fill here, like this fake out thing, for sure it needs like drum fills, like some. It doesn't need anything complicated, but just like a little bit, and then like it just like falls into the drop. I also think in the drop you could have more moments for percussion to just fill in little spaces, because melodically I think you pretty much have everything that you need. It just needs little extra moments in there, stuff to help build momentum for whatever the next section or the next melodic idea you're moving to is. Supersonic. I mean, yeah, it does sound very similar to Supersonic, but that's called having a style. Something I'm very bad at. I have no style. I just kind of do a bunch of things. Okay, Nari, I want to push this one to the back for now because I already heard you were the first ID. Takumin, let's go. ID remix. Is this Genshin Impact? I don't know why she's just staring. It already sounds very like... I was gonna say Egyptian, but that's not really the scale. Okay, this is very interesting. This is actually really cool. Okay. Drop right in. I'm very curious what this is a remix of now, because it says it's a remix, so I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't even sound like a remix to me, but it's probably just because I don't know the original. Okay, really cool. There's a lot of things that I really like about this. I love how the overall like sound profile is. Like, I like this B part then. Definitely here make this lead louder though, like a little bit more in front, because it's a very cool switch up. Because it goes from being very upfront to being a little more like, you don't lose the energy, but it goes to this more ethereal sound. So really, really cool. I think for the breaks, you would benefit a lot from like, if you have Splice, just go on Splice and look up like, you know, vocal chants or like those like Indian vocal, like the sustained ones. The ones that are like, huh, you know, like where some man or woman is like singing, but it's very sustained. And when you reverb those and just kind of drop them in the background, it will fit in perfectly with this mysterious, ancient wizard vibes type of thing. Also, I have to laugh at what Discontent said earlier. My earbuds ran out of mana. Whimsical Bass House. Yeah, that's a good name for this, actually. Whimsical Bass House. Discontent, are you going to make more Whimsical Bass House? I actually haven't heard a Bass House track from you in a little bit. Hopefully you submitted something Bass House today. That'd be pretty sick. I think your drop overall could have especially in the A part, maybe a little bit more sub. It's not like a problem. It's more so just, I think, a taste thing where tracks with a really strong sub are pretty popular overall. What am I saying? Pretty popular. Yeah, I just think it'll sound overall more powerful if you have a little bit more sub. Sometimes you can also have too much sub, but I think generally it's okay to try for a little more and then scale it back than not have enough sub and then just kind of you're wondering why other tracks sound more powerful. Just go for it with the sub. The worst case is you just like lower it in the end. I think the second build up as well, I like how it drops in here. You have the first drop with the fake out and then the second one doesn't have it. Generally I don't like fake outs. I think it works here because you're going super mysterious in and then you have like the drop actually comes and so you need to tease the melody a bit. So I think that works out really well, and then for the second drop you don't need that, but the second build should have more pressure to it. Like here I would start going really like more aggressive with like risers, adding like kicks in there. Like here it's like because here it kind of like the tension goes like here and then it kind of drops down and then the drop comes in immediately. So this would work fine if it was a fake out, but I think it should just go like and then go all the way until you release it with the drop. Hopefully what I'm saying makes sense and I don't sound like a crazy person. I started a bass house track the other day, but it crashed. Unlucky. Yeah, Nick Ben, that's unfortunate. It do be like that. I remember having like when I was working off of my laptop before I built my PC, and I was like struggling because I would constantly have to bounce out stem, like whatever I was working on pattern wise, and it just makes everything very slow to work on. Same track as last time with a break and build, plus I fixed up the drop a bit. I finish this really soon, so I'm kind of rushing. I don't know. Okay, I don't know why you gotta finish it so fast. Footerbase, Patrick, let's go. Skrillex vocal. Nice. Nice. Yeah. The Vine Boom. Damn, this sounds way better than last time. Damn, I really like this fill as well. Okay, super great. I'm really liking this. Why are you and Hayes like? I know you guys are. I think you guys are brothers, but like, you guys are both so good at future bass. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, you guys have a really good way of like mixing in fills and making the whole thing like bringing in the classic future bass sound with something that feels fresh and interesting. Yeah, I think they're brothers. Because I remember the first time that Hayes came into the room, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm sending this track for my brother or whatever," and like I was like, "Okay." I did that with like very good friends. I can't remember. With the gatekeeper effect. The gatekeeper effect. Oh, you mean? Oh, I see. I think I know what you mean. That's crazy. Um, Overall, I think like the vocal chop could be more. I want it to be more impressive, and I think part of that comes down to like just a mix of EQ and like I think it could be way more distorted and like saturated. Not distorted, but definitely saturated to be louder and more juicy per se. And it feels always complicated to explain how to work with vocals because there's so many ways you can do it. In this case, yeah, just try out some different kinds of saturation until you get something that you like. With the vocals, you can push the high end quite a bit more as well. You don't want to go too crazy, but I think you have a little bit more room for highs and clarity in the vocal because it just sounds good. As far as the break is concerned, I think overall the break is fine. The intro, like, it's missing like an acapella. You could maybe take some of like the vocal chops and like bring them into. I know you have it in like the, but you could bring like one or two like na na na. Every like 4 bars or whatever with like a lot of delay on it to get more vibes going. And then there's also like not much high end. I don't know, it just feels like everything's like cut off at like 5K. It's not quite true, but yeah, I'm missing a little bit of like high end. It might be a bit more balanced if you lower the volume of the Reese a bit, because the Reese is quite loud. Like the Reese is definitely louder than the vocal chop, which is not usually how I would configure it, but oh, Jack goes silent when Discontent starts yapping. Love it. Are we the only ones here? I don't know. You guys are definitely the only ones talking, but that's okay. Overall, super great. I want to listen to this again. I think here also like more sub, more sub. Like be really, like. The sub doesn't need to be like super crazy, but like try actually using an 808 here as your sub. For Future Bass, sometimes this works really well. Instead of using like a synth sub, you just use an 808 because you're more or less trying to get at the same thing here, but it can sound much more appropriate. Kelly BX Hayes duo called Garant. Kinda. Not sure for something else. Yeah. I love this fill that comes in. Super cool. You guys are gonna go places, man. You guys are gonna leave me behind. Alright, next one. I'm telling you guys, there's something going on here. My color base. Dark beat? Okay, let's see. Okay. What's up, Tincho? Wow. This is super weird and experimental, which is cool. Personally, I think the whole track is quite messy. Like the flow of everything feels somehow like very blocky and not super engaging. I also find like that like melody's not like, I don't know, it's something that is not giving me much excitement. Yeah, I think you can mess with the melody, I think, a bit, and also the flow overall. See if you can get something that's more exciting. What's up, DMH? Yeah, like the sound design overall here, which I think is kind of what you're focusing on, pretty cool, but mess with the harmonies and everything. The memes are actually fine. I think you could like be even more creative with the memes for this type of song. You fully can like just give yourself full license to just be silly. Because I don't know, this doesn't sound like you're going for like a commercial release type of thing anyway, so just have fun with it. Wakus beat. Alright. I'm gonna need to mentally prepare myself for what's about to happen. Okay, let's go. Yes. Wakus. My favorite. What the fuck? This is insane. This is my favorite Wakus track, I think. This is so catchy. What the hell? Da, da, da. Ah, that's so good. What? That's so good. Man, I really wish I knew to make this. So many little effects and details. Yes, it's so good. I think because Wakus tracks are usually quite, maybe not quite, but can be quite overwhelming. Especially if you're not like into a lot of the more, how should I say, like ADHD core genres. Like if you're not into like Daria core and stuff like that, then Wakus tracks can feel quite overwhelming. But in this case, it just, it works so well. Man. Because he's like going for like a catchier vibe and then continuing to have all those details and extra automations in there and everything. Like here as well, I'm also gonna give feedback and say like the sub, maybe my hearing is just defective, so take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. But it does feel like here just like more sub. We'll play around with this right now. I just started mixing it there for fun, just to get like an idea of how it's working. Basically, there's like a lot of focus on like that lower mid area, which surprisingly works out very well, especially with like the more bit crushed sounds and stuff you have going. It does sound very satisfying, but I still think like a little more sub could work out quite well. And like sub, I really mean like the 50 hertz area. I forgot to submit. Dude, you can still submit. We're chilling. It's not a super busy day today. I'm making the second drop of the Future House. Thup. I don't even know what else I can say to you, Walkers. It's so good. Also, just like at this point, I'm just going to tell you guys interesting things that Walkers is doing. He's using alternating claps. So if you listen in, there's like one clap which is much more like just centered. It's very claps are really hard to describe. It's short and like a little flat, I guess you could say. And then the other one is like wide, has a lot of like, you can hear like more of the individual parts of the clap. The second clap is also wider. Oh, man. The pride and joy. Maybe the snares here could have like a little more affecting to them. It doesn't need to be, but you know, a little bit of like a phaser going through them or something could be fun. It's also a bit loud. So you can maybe bring them back a little bit. So there's a bit more focus on like the moving, shifting instrumental thing. Let's just listen to it again, guys. Yeah, for sure. Like, just go for it and submit. Insane. How am I supposed to compete? Oh my god. Okay. Someone is like spamming me. Let me quickly turn off my webcam. We'll listen to the next track in the meantime. I'll check my phone. Alright, Older Master 2. Let's get it.
Do you remember when I told you my fears about us getting older? Were you still care, my love?
Robert Sean.
Do you remember all that we wanted, the places we go to? Oh, how the years go by. Look at all of these pictures hanging on the wall. I would do it again, 'cause now I know it's the days sitting in silence, just doing nothing but being together. The life we created means everything to me. So I don't mind getting older. As long as I grow with you. It's the days sitting in silence, just doing nothing but being together. The life we created means everything to me.
Damn.
For better or worse, we've been through it all, and we still got a long way to go. But I still choose you every day.
I'm messing with the EQ.
What would I be if I never had found you? Lost and alone without no one to turn to. Somehow you save me by just being all you are. You can see through me like nobody else, and you know me better than I know myself. I want you to know that you feel like a home to me. And look at all of these pictures hanging on the wall. I would do it again, 'cause now I know.
Wow. Okay. This vocalist is going in.
All of the
Evan Sharks.
So I don't mind getting older, as long as I grow old with you.
Beautiful finish. Super, super sick. That is a great track. Two things. One, I think overall there's like a slight high end deficiency across the whole track. I thought it was just the vocal, but even in the drop, I feel like you can be a little more pushing the high end a bit more. And like I'll just do like a comparison with some extra high end without.
It's the days sitting in silence, just doing nothing but being together.
Like to me, that just sounds a bit more balanced, and that's just a bell at 10K. You can add that however you like. I don't even know how much I was adding. Okay, I don't know why I did that. That's not even. It's like 2 dB, maybe less. You're gonna say something about sharks? So Evan Scott, did you record the vocals yourself, or did you get them somewhere? Like they're very like detailed. So it's very good vocal. Oh, another thing, you have a lot of ad libs here. You have these like oohs and ahs and like extra vocals. Pan those. I don't recommend keeping them in the middle because one, it feels not distracting, but you're having the vocal compete with itself for space. When you have so much stereo space, like, you know, obviously if you play it off of your phone, it's going to be mono anyway, and it's all going to be layered together. But for people in stereo, you know, just have like, it doesn't need to be much. It can be like 15, like it's, what would you say? Like, yeah, like, you know, 20% left or 30% right, or you can be more aggressive if it sounds good. But just that little bit of spreading out the oohs and the ahs with like, you know, a bit of extra reverb maybe on the background vocals, like those oohs and ahs, is just, to me, it's just going to open up the whole section more. No, I bought them. Gotcha. Damn, where did you buy them from? What place is selling these juicy ass vocals? I mean, okay, if you pay already, it sort of makes sense. That's like going to be more good, but good job, Discontent. Yeah, we should thank him for this amazing track and not Evan Scott. That's pretty much it. I think those two things sort of sum it up for me. Ooh, ID with dozen. Let's go. All right, let's take a listen. Oh my god. Whoa. Damn, the LFOs are so aggressive here. It's crazy. Oh no. That's insane. Super cool. Yeah, super good use of the tremolo. Get that power. Overall, I like it. Maybe like the mids are a bit aggressive. Like maybe. In the sense that it kind of feels a bit muddy, not because of the low end, but more so because of the mid range. But I like how that sounds personally. It's just like a thought. It's like maybe it's a bit too much. You could take it down a little bit, and the whole track will sound more balanced. But overall, I think more so like focus on this. Like the intro is quite uninspired, I'll say, because I don't want to call it boring, but it just feels like it hasn't been worked on much yet, which is fine. But I would say definitely go through, flesh out. Here, I would like, my recommendation is not just like work on it, but find like the story that's going to lead you to. Because right now this feels very much just like, we need an intro, so we just take the melody and then just put it on a pluck, and then just leave it there. I would try to see if you can come up with something that's going to be more interesting to move from this section of like, oh, we're introducing some kind of like stuff, and then for the build up, start really introducing the drop idea and be like, okay, we started out with this vibey thing over here, and now we're going into, you know, Power Town, super chord filtering amazingness. But overall, like the mix and the power, everything is good. Yeah, theoretically more sub, but actually in this case I don't think you're really missing it that much. Here you just kind of have to reference back and forth with like people who are doing this really loud, powerful stuff. Days is a good reference. I would say Bad Rep, but Bad Rep's sound is quite different from this, so it may be not a good reference. Oh, Dox3. Let's get it. Question mark. So glad Dox3's back to making stuff. Hope he's made his food. Yeah, Tincha, I think your track is somewhere in here. I don't know. I saw your name somewhere. I can hear the music from your headphones through your Nah, no shot. That's crazy. Alright, let's take a listen.
Listen, man, I just wanna talk to you. Maybe become friends, but I never get opportunity. Talk to you instead. If I could promise peace between us, maybe we could function together. On a man from me, right somewhere about it. I just wanna be here.
Discontent, you're up next anyway.
I just wanna be your
Very different. What? Damn, this is so cool. Like, how do you... I don't understand how somebody can think of this and be like, yeah, we're gonna go really quiet here and it's still gonna bang. Like, that's so cool. Overall, for this, I would say make the gospel chord thing wider. Like, it's wide already, but like you can make it even more like just woo, so that there's even more contrast there. And yeah, like the 808 maybe could be a little more textured. Some tape saturation or something could help with that. Somebody tell me what genres is. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, the 808 it, like gets quite stagnant after a while, so just look at like, you know, RC20, not with a lot, but just enough to make the 808 feel interesting and unique on every hit. This has sort of become like the crux of a lot of the stuff that I'm doing now, where like, even when I have a pattern, I'm like, okay, this sounds good, I'm looking at making it continuously unique. If you guys are familiar with like Disclosure, this is like the entire, like, his entire DAW just is filled with billions of automation clips as he's like slightly manipulating like random fine tunes on drums across the whole track with like, you know, an entire automation clip, and then he's doing like 17 different automations to a hi-hat so that it's completely unique on every hit. Now, I'm not going that far on most sounds, but you know, doing that for the most important sounds can make such a huge difference. Alrighty, Discontent, before you gotta go, let's get this just going. I don't know, where's Garage Hop? Garage Hop. I'm losing my I'm losing it here, guys. Alright, let's take a This is very weird. Sorry, I had to yawn. I think the drums need to be much more aggressive. Like, you need a much stronger groove in order to make this, to like sell this. So I'd say go way harder with the drums overall. Just make them groovy and insane. Like, and just double time. So like, have something that's going in between these hat hits and just like make it textured, add toms in there, give it oomph and groove. But overall, like, the sounds are cool. This sound, like, these two sounds feel a bit disconnected from everything else. You know, it feels a bit weird. I think this is more of a sound design practice than anything. Fair enough. I mean, sound design wise, it definitely can hear like your sound in this, and it's also quite experimental. So I think it was successful. All right, next track. Already released. Wah wah. All right, let's take a listen anyway. I'm gonna skip the extended mix.
Hotels, late nights,
Can't wait to get copyright striked.
long talks, red eyes, clothes everywhere. Missing a moment when you're dreaming, straight back to work. I'm walking out until I lock the door. Maybe the danger's covered by the thrill. Cause I know I should be running for the hills. That way you touch me, straight to the heart, yeah, it cuts me. Cause I know deep down that it's never gonna never be us. Never gonna never be more than something that's fucking me up.
That is cool.
I know that when it's all done, I'll hit you bad in the long run, but somehow it never is. My head's on the edge of your bed again, yeah. I get obsessed with you. All that I want is attention from you. Breaking all my life and break all my rules, it's true. The way you touch me, straight to the heart, yeah, it cuts me. Cause I know deep down that it's never gonna never be us. Never gonna never be more than just something that's fucking me up. Don't tease me, keep me around like it's easy. When you know deep down that it's never gonna never be us. Never gonna never be more than something that's fucking me up. Don't tease me.
Wait, that vocal sounds really good over that. It would have been kind of cool to have it like in the drop more as well, like the vocal. Overall, like it's cool. I think 2 points of feedback that are like future focused. Like it would be cool if you did these in the future. When you're doing strings like this, it's cool to have like the stabby things. One, I think the strings need less like low end because they feel quite muddy. But more importantly is like having more movement and more inversions and stuff in the strings. Like have more notes moving in between like in your pattern to get like more emotion and overall movement out of the strings. Because especially as I delve more and more into like the songwriting or like writing out my own chord progressions or working with chord progressions and making them like more interesting and exciting overall, like doing small movements or inversions in your chords, especially if you're doing it across like many layers of strings, not all the strings have to be playing all the notes. You can have some strings like missing 2 notes here, or you're adding a chord extension to this one, just to overall make the whole thing more dynamic and interesting. Play around with, changing stuff up between your different strings, see how it goes. And then like in your drop itself, like I think that the chords need more layers. They should still have like the same like filter automations and whatnot, but a little bit of extra like more interesting layers that don't feel so synthy would probably help make the whole thing feel more interesting chord wise. But it's a cool track. I bet. Oh shit, it's time, guys. We're going into Groovy Land, I think.
Side by side, on every road we cross, but suddenly we are lost. With you, I barely see where we used to cross the line. The memories that we built are gone. So please fight and don't let go. If you're not ready to move on now, you're not ready to move on now. So please say that you'll stay, 'cause I'm not ready to move on now. You're not ready to move on now.
This is so different. What?
So please say that you'll stay, 'cause I'm not ready to move on now. You're not ready to move on
Whoa. That's crazy different. Damn. I really love this detuned lead. I think it could be somehow more powerful, but I'm not sure how I would recommend you to do that. I actually don't think it's the lead, it's maybe the bass that needs like... Yeah, I think the bass could be more saturated. Like what I'm missing is like more mids, like more mid harmonics from the bass to sort of fill out that section and leave the I guess the high end of the lead being like more prevalent. Missing something gritty and a wider bass. I fully agree. So I would take a look at the bass, get some grit, some oomfa in there. I don't know if that means anything to you guys, but hopefully grit and oomfa is helpful. As I would say as well, like the break feels long. It's cool. But I think when you have this like ready to move on now, like take that now and then just like have like ping pong delay after it so that it feels more exciting. I don't know, something about me also wants that dung dung dung, like more attack, so like a kick or like a little percussion, like a dung dun 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 dun. I think it just sounds cool. That's just so cool. It's so different though. I love how many different styles you can do. I love this already. Yeah, I agree. More bass, more good. I don't know if it could be a Sick track though, because Sick has such like a really distinct style with how he's using synthesis and bass sounds that even if you only added Sick presets to this, it would sound very different. And also the style is different. Need a break remix thingy I'm making. Let's get it. Let's go. This sounds kind of like the Meow synth. Nuzbeat, more, yeah, I agree. It's more like Nuzbeat for sure. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Here I'm kind of lost though. Oh, it's a Tyrim. Okay. Oh, okay. Sounds good. Yeah, with the vocals, this will definitely like fit together more. Lower octave. Dot 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 dot. Okay, cool. I would say definitely with this track, it sort of feels like there's a lot. This melody is a little too complicated. It's not even too complicated, but I think overall like the sounds are cool, but the melody just has a lot of filler notes in it. Like you have like definitely some nice melodic ideas in here, but there's so many notes in between those like stronger melodic ideas that it's very hard to tell what the core melodic idea is, and there are also so many variations that it's very difficult to like, I can't really remember any like one part of the melody. I just remember it like sliding and moving around a lot, which when you're listening just makes it feel kind of random, which sometimes can work, but generally you do want to try to figure out like what is the core like melody idea that I want to get out here. Which notes do I maybe not need? And if you still want to keep that like rhythm, the rhythm of the melody, which is kind of like constantly going, take those notes that you don't need and replace them with, you know, percussions or something else, so that you're still getting from like a phrasing perspective or an arrangement perspective, you're still filling those spots, but you're not like diluting the pitch element of the melody, so like the note element of the melody. You're not confusing the melody too much. Also here, I find that your ARP is competing with your lead a lot. So I don't know if it's just because of the notes that the ARP is playing on. Part of it is also from a frequency perspective, they're kind of occupying the same space. So they're fighting a lot with each other to exist. So I think if you work with the ARP, see if you can maybe like make it stereo so that it's not in the like middle with the lead, and then also seeing about the lead, seeing if you can get it to schnitzel. Sorry, I got very distracted mid-sentence. It made me very hungry. I'm also thinking I might add more to the drums, use an automation clip. Yeah, that's sort of like a hard thing to say because it changes with every track and even with every section of like when and how much. You can also like think about reverbing it out. So the cool thing with reverb is you can send things to the back of the mix basically, or make them not compete as much. I mean, it doesn't even necessarily need to be a compressor, because a compressor is just going to make it sound as much the same all the time. And in this case, what you might want is like actually an automation clip to be like, no, actually I want it quieter here, I want it louder here. Yeah, I hope something in there is helpful. Trash. Where is this from? I know where this is from, but I don't know where this is from. All right, let's go.
You never talked about it, said you had to leave. It was over within minutes and I couldn't speak. Like that you're gone, something went wrong. Choked up, you made me feel so small. Now I just need an answer, why'd you have to go? Please bring me some closure, cause I just need to know. If I wait for you, no one compares to you. I built a life around you.
You. Whoa, the swing. Ooh. Damn, okay. Very nice. Yeah, I like the Eddie Doctor. Very sexy. Ooh, guitar. Yes, I am here. I'm here for this. Oh, key change. Super cool. I think genuinely, like, this is, I think from you, like, the most balanced melody I've heard in terms of like note placement, or like note count. Like, this feels like a very, very catchy melody. Super, super sick. This melody is like super swingy, which you get used to. Initially, it's a bit, you're like, oh wait, what? Dun, 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 dun. It's like, whoa, you're like abusing the power of grace notes, which is cool. I think it's really a cool sound. Mostly it's like the mix and making the break more impactful, but like the core idea, super sick. Really love this. You could even consider sending this to someone like Danny Ager and just being like, yo, like, can you get some feedback? And like, maybe he'll just be like, yo, like, let's just collab on this. The key changes in the mix melodies. The vocal actually works quite well with this. Like, I don't hate this vocal in this context. Yeah, this melody's sick. Super, super sick.
Just need to know if I wait for you, no one confess to you. I've got a life around.
I think you need percussion in the breaks.
Choked up, you made me feel so small. Now
Like the clock stuff is good, but take that clock and then use a similar pattern and, you know, keep up that energy. Have it like you can even have the clock run through here.
bring me some closure.
Because I think it sound pretty cool, actually. Okay. Last one for today, because no one else has submitted anything. Withering Green Dragon remix. I don't even think I've heard the original of this. What? Huh? Rapture song that I'm not caught up on? Tragic. Alright, let's take a listen. Slap House. Yo, it's not 2020 anymore. You don't gotta do that no more. You don't need to do that no more. Never mind, I don't hate it at all. Whoa, okay. More powerful bass, please. Hell yeah. Chat, do I leak an ID? I started work on this a couple days ago. I'm kind of tempted to leak it. Yes? Okay. I saw a yes, that means it's time for me to... Wait, let me... I have to figure out where I'm gonna... Yeah, this one. Are you guys ready for drum and bass? Now, I still need to fix the drums because they might not be mine. I might not legally be allowed to use these, but like whatever. It's so damn quiet though on the break. But you guys get the idea. Just take a listen.
I just want somebody to touch. 'Cause love is never
Yeah, DMB is very fun.
love is never enough.
I thought I added the percussion to this. Oopsie. Next time you guys hear this, it'll have some perk loops that I made.
Want somebody to touch. 'Cause love is never enough. Love is never.
Let's go! NCS, yes sir. That's where we're trying to get to. You guys, if you guys see it, then there's a path here. Yeah, I want to finish this. This is like probably the track that I'm like most like, okay, there's something to this track. No, the thing is, like, if you do like go like weird for a while and then try to make something commercial, like then try to make like a new style of like Aiden Joel thing, because I know that's like very much your like inspiration. Like try and make something like that and fuse in your new weird stuff with something that's like okay, yeah. Could there be like a Glockenspiel? We're gonna add it. with atmosphere. Cool. You got chroma? Nope, that's retune. But it's a similar sound. It's just like different plugins technically. Second drop could be like a full-on Reese type thingy. We will also add this. You guys can just like ghost produce my tracks. I'll send you a Madzy song. It's full of bass with super wide. I see. Dude, I've considered buying like Madzy's packs, but like I should never get around to it. We the ones giving feedback now? It's a feedback stream. No one said who specifically was giving the feedback. Kyokan, I want to mix my vocals, but I don't know if you're going to be giving feedback on the other track I sent or not. Madzy has packs? Yeah, he has 2. Let me literally... If you literally look up Madzy pack. Yeah. I already met Madzy like in person at ADE. I forgot about that. Like, he was at like Mofolks meetup. But like, yeah, I've considered buying these, but I'm also broke. Woohoo! What was I gonna say? Yeah, Nick Ben, I'll check out your track because like I do actually have time. The problem is I'm just hungry as fuck, so I need to. Well, like I'm just gonna skip through this and we'll be quick because I just want to like talk about the vocals and. Okay, nice chords. The bass is perhaps an octave too high, unless you're gonna lower it later, in which case it's actually kind of cool.
Waking up, stuck
Like
in
here,
a
I would just lower the bass an octave. It's just like.
the show. Now I wonder how do I get it? I don't know. I look around, ask for help on how to leave. Flipping
What specifically are you like thinking about here? Because one, there's like a lot of frequency overlap where like you need to make space in the other instruments for your vocals. Vocals are hard to mix because they're recorded. Yeah, that makes it difficult. Recording anything on your phone. Vinny wants schnitzel. That's true. I actually would be so down for schnitzel. I have pasta in the fridge. Nice ragu. I'm excited to eat that. But you can still get like a decent mix out of these. It mostly comes down to just being a little clever with how you're making space for the vocals.
knows why are you trying to stop me? I think it's just a game.
But like here also from a volume perspective, it's just like not quite loud enough. But again, if you make space EQ wise, like, you know, EQing away stuff at like 1k hertz, your voice is higher because you can definitely tell that you're like on the younger side. So you're probably going to want to focus more on like, yeah, like 1500, 2k, where your voice is actually going to be sitting. Because like if I was mixing my vocal in a song, you know, like I've gone through puberty and all that, so my vocal is deeper. And that means that I'm going to need to focus more on like the fundamentals, which are sitting at like, you know, 500, 250 hertz, stuff like those type of areas. You gave me an idea with that weird shit. Ain and Joel, I'm gonna go cook. You are so welcome. I can't wait to hear it. No way you called him daddy. Y'all, people be calling me crazy shit in my DMs. And it's not most of the time it's just y'all. It's just y'all being like weird. Anything for Kyokan. I give feedback, you give me your loyalty. It's okay. Soon you guys will get free percussion pack. I'm just gonna keep talking about it. Because like, okay, Kyokan, I sent DMs. Oh my god, he sent so many. Oh, I heard this the other day. Yeah, this track is sick. No, not. Right, let me pull it up on the stream. Boom, boom. Yeah, this track is crazy. It's very like noisy though, which is not usually my style, but it could be a very sick thing to try. I will for sure give it a go. Can't think of any other DMB that's better. To be honest, I actually preferred Madzy's like other DMB flip. Where is it? the... Oh my god, why is this so difficult to find? Here we go. This one. I like... Okay, this is definitely fatter and more crazy, but this, I liked how it blended the vocal and stuff together. Yeah, Madsy's just crazy with it. Yeah, DMB is amazing. I just completely ignore my track. Hey, I just gave you feedback. I told you. Like, I gotta eat soon. I just told you how to fix your track. You just have a short memory. Very sick track. Go eat, I'll order you a pizza. Thank you. Alrighty, I'll be heading out then. Thank you guys for coming to the stream. And yeah, we'll see you next week. Sample flip. So long as nothing goes wrong, but we're gonna say sample flip, it'll be fun. What is your address so I can order you a pizza? Yeah, let me just tell you. Do you also want my bank details? Alrighty. See you guys. Bye.